Good morning, folks. How are you doing, guys, today? I hope everybody is fine. I'm. I've been off for quite some time, but I'm back. I want to talk about something here concerning some statements or some events that took place here in Africa. For instance, the situation in South Africa, whereby there was political transition for the last 24 years, and some of the people who participated in transition, they have departed in one way or the other. In that moment, I would say it's not something to be happy about. It's something that happened, and it's part of life. The passing of the last Apathied regime dictator, Mr. De Klerk, didn't go very well with the black community in terms of eulogizing about him and giving him state funeral and recognizing his presence and what he did. It didn't go very well. And the reason why it was not given much media attention is because the country is still healing, and some of the things that were supposed to be done, they are still pending. So the black community didn't appreciate, and the white minority, they're the ones who succumbed to this. And De Klerk didn't do much for Africa. He favored the whitish supremacy, and he participated in monopolizing on white capitalism. And white capitalism, it's something that destroyed South Africa and created so much wealth that was given to the whites, and the black people were oppressed up to date. If you happen to be in South Africa, you cannot imagine the amount of poverty levels you will experience. The gap between the rich and the poor is so wide. It is not something to be happy about. It is not something you can say transition occurred. What happened was a political change, but economic change, the apartheid is still there. Economic apartheid, that's what they call it. Democratization of the political institution and the institutionalized economic apartheid is a reality in South Africa right now as we speak. So, not much can be spoken about concerning the passing of the last apartheid regime dictator. I'm not appraising it. In fact, I send my condolences to the family. But the weakening of the black transition in me, as an African, is something that is lingering in my mind now and then and asking so many questions. He left an apology, written apology, that should be read after he is gone. So why? What was the need for it to be read when he was gone? Why they couldn't read it when he was alive? You don't apologize to the people you offended when you're dead. You apologize to them when you are alive, so they can acknowledge your apology and express themselves to you, so that you can have a reconciliation. It is still awkward, and I find it uncouth and a very unprofessional and lack of stewardship in exactly how he carried himself during his tenure as the last president of the apartheid system of governance. Inequalities in this country will never cease to exist. We need a constitutional change, a political transition, economic transition incorporated in the Economic Investment Charter program. We have a very weak opposition leadership in this country. It's not in a capacity to tangle the sitting government and tell them, hey, look here, folks, this is what we need. This is a manifesto. These things are not going right, so we need to sort it out. It didn't go very well, according to me, and my political view and my own opinion. My opinion is not your opinion, but it did not go well. We need to do something. We need to come up as a continent and not observe apartheid as a tool of reconciliation or subjected to discussion. It is something to do away with entirely, not politically, even economically. We do away with that. Folks, I had a very few words to talk about this, and situation is not that appearing concerning this issue, but that is my view. You cannot apologize when you're dying. You need to apologize before you go. Because the people you want to apologize to, they're the descendants of the people you oppressed. That is my view. So think about it, folks.